Okay, welcome back everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning. We finished a color book page. We did a video with the giveaway of the Hannah Carls on, and now I think I'm going to work in one of my abandoned books. Probably the original Abandoned Places, although might be Abandoned Castles. So I'm just going to do a flip, like a literal flip, through the books, and I know there's a little spot glare there. Let's see here. It's not. There we go. Um, well, not necessarily. There we go. So I haven't worked in abandoned castles on camera, but I did do this page. This page is done, but it wasn't done. Trying to get enough light, but not a glare, but not on camera. I just did this one on my own. Sometimes you just got to work on your own. um, you like the abandoned castles? First and only reverse collage book you've done is an abandoned castles. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks, Suze. Yeah, Suze got to look. She looked at a couple of the books. So this is one that I just did on my own. So there's nothing else done in this one yet. I don't think I've done anything else in this one. I might have painted a background or something. No, I think that's it. I think that's all I got done in this one. It's just that one page. That's all I got in the Abandoned Castles. So, Abandoned Castles, Carrie on Connolly, who's also the one that did the Abandoned Places. Okay, and I've got quite a bit done in this one. I've got quite a bit of pages, and there are lots of videos on these. I'll just kind of flip until I get to a finished page and let y'all kind of look at a couple of the finished pages. But there's videos on all these guys, or pretty much every one in this book I've done on camera. There's a complete 2.5 to 3 hour video on every one of these finished pages. There might be one or two that I know. This one's I've even varnished, so you can see it's got the shine. Eventually they'll all be varnished. But you have to leave them open, for some hours before you can close them when you varnish them. And so I don't varnish every one as I go. But I think pretty much all these have videos. This is probably the last one that I did in this book that has a video. That one's done. That one's done. There's a video for this one. That one's done. There's a video for that. Yeah, isn't it fun though? If anybody's here that does this limo, or anybody that does these abandoned, this is one of my favorite ones here. Anybody that does the abandoned, whether it's the original Abandoned Places or any of the abandoned books, it's so, I don't know. To me, it's inspiring. It's fun. It's relaxing, but it's also imaginative. This one's varnished. So I just love working in them. So that's Abandoned Places and Abandoned Castles. Both those are by Kieron, K-I-E-R-O-N, Kieron Connolly. And that's those two. And then I have Abandoned Theme Parks. This one's by Seth Lawless. And I might have one or two started in here. I don't know if maybe there's one finished. But how I work in these guys is I'll go through, I might just paint out a bunch of backgrounds. Then I might come back and do a little collage. I don't just, sometimes here we'll start and finish a completed page. But when I'm just doing these on my own, I'm going from page to page and a little glue here, a little paint there. Like, see, I just did that one little spot right there. And that's all I've done. So I'll work, like here I glued some stars down. Here I just painted out some stuff. Nothing else has been done except painting out. Reverse collaging this. And yeah, it does stretch your imagination. So um, yeah, you're doing birds in bloom, Suze. Yeah, and again, you don't have to do an abandoned book. What you need to do is you need to pick a book of stuff you like. Not everybody. A lot of people are freaked out by abandoned things. I love it. It makes me want. I can recreate the world. But if you like birds, if you like flowers, if you like gardening, if you like pets, any kind of animal, there's a magazine or a book. I recommend a book just because it's sturdier than the magazine. If you're going to do a completed book, you really want something that's going to hold up long term. Um, but you can always find magazine image, a magazine page that you like and tear that out and glue it on a piece of cardstock and do an individual page. Okay, forgotten, there's Hubster's back. Um, a forgotten heritage. Okay, let me adjust my camera. It's a little crooked. There we go. Forgotten heritage. And again, let me just start in the back and just kind of flip. So I've done a lot of gluing in this one. I have done quite a bit of just gone through and glue and do a lot of collaging. Sometimes you might be in the mood to take a page and black it all out or white it out or whatever color. And sometimes you just might be in the mood just to add a little bit. Like on this one, all I added was a drip of water and a little bit of mist. That's all I've done on this. But then, same thing for here. I painted that in. I just glued this in. Sometimes you might just be in the mood to glue. So let's just do a flip here. See, like here's a bird one. Let's see. There's a flower one. This is just stuff I've glued in. So they're not completed pages, but I just took a couple hours and just did some gluing. See? So I glued that down. Whited that out. This one I did some doodles on. This one's got some big jelly plated papers glued in. What else? I painted some stairs there. There was no stairs there. It's just a gear thing. So I'm going to make a world going up those stairs. So you don't have to complete a page. Don't get intimidated. Don't get intimidated by the page. Just maybe find something, just glue one little thing. And then go to another page. This is some fractals. Just glued that on there. More fractals. A big piece of jewelry. I glued these garden graveyard angels. And I have them connected there. They're not blended in yet, so I didn't even fussy cut. I'll blend them in with paint. Here's some places where I just glued some stuff down. What else? Glue, and then this is some Mount Fuji calendar. This is out of a jewelry. This was some kind of a medallion, and it fit exactly on this cylinder. And then I just painted this water wisps around this fog, this mist. Small abandoned places and can't bring yourself to paint on it. Okay, well, you can't if you're not going to bring yourself to do it. Maybe buy another one, so you feel like if you mess one up, you got one. It's because the idea of you got to be able to be playing in this. You got to be able to slap paint, glue stuff. Otherwise, it won't work. You can't. If you're intimidated by the book, you won't let your imagination go. You'll be too worried about messing it up. And so you need to find a book that you don't care if you mess up. This is a whole bunch of little letters that we glued on here, and that's a little glued on cameo thing. Glued on a watch thing there. That's glued on. This is going to be a whole room full of watches and clocks. See, I glued all those watch halves on. Let's see what else. Flowers. And sometimes I'm in the mood for one thing or another, and sometimes I have a bunch of flowers and I want to go through and just glue a bunch of flowers. And this seemed to be the book that I did that in. All that's glued in. We did do a little bit of this on camera, I think. We did a little bit of that page. Another big flower, a big watch part. What else? A lot of big, like, giant pieces of jewelry. Like, that's what this was. That's a big thing out of a jewelry calendar. These are all individual little glue-ins inside these window frames, the window panes, rather. Did this, a little bit of this on camera. Did this page here and then just extended the wind through the broken glass. That was already there, the broken glass. Yeah, get another one. I mean, if you're afraid to, that way you won't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people have. They're afraid to use their stuff. They're afraid to just experiment. You have to have places where you can just do whatever you want, whether it's a sketchbook, a glue book, a composition book. I mean, and y'all seen, I've got at least 4 different art journals, not including the napkin journal, where I've started from scratch to do this kind of thing. And that's why I recommended trying to either get a magazine is fine, and we've done our magazine journals. I've got 4, 5, 6 of those too. But the pages are so thin. And if you're not used to working with matte medium and scraping things down and gluing things well, you're going to get a lot of wrinkles, and that bothers a lot of people, and it turns them off from working on a magazine journal. So that's why I recommend a book. And these photographic coffee table types books, they are thicker pages. I mean, you're going to pay a little more. You might pay $10, $15 for a book. But if you have it in your mind to finish a whole book, you got 200 pages. And if you mess one page up, then just at the worst, you can just cover the whole thing with black acrylic paint and start over. So, this one is finished. I don't remember if there's a video for this one or not. These were a bunch of oil tankers, and I turned them into spaceships with Mount Fuji. But you have to have some place, even if it's just a composition book or something, to play in and not be a fearing. Don't be a fearing. So these are all done in stages, partially done. I like this one. It's not done, but I really like the way it's going. This is my time stream. Yeah, this one, I'm not sure if there's videos for this. Sometimes I just work and play, and I might just do a little bit. Like I might come across a page and do a little bit of water and then go to another page. I've done that, paint a whole page black and glue two together. Yeah, if you don't like it, yeah, exactly. Just, all right, something's stuck there. Oh, it's right on the corner. I must have painted the edge. See, if you get paint on the edge, that's where you really want to keep wax paper between when you're painting an edge, because you can glue your pages together on the edge. So, yeah, that one, I'm pretty much considering. Now, when I say done, that doesn't mean that I've got the varnish on it. This needs one of these birds right here. One of these, this is my cameo cutout little birds. One of these right here. Not necessarily that size, because I can cut them out any size I want. But one of those little birds right here, and then varnish the whole thing. You've glued 2 together too, Lynette? So again, just different stages of play. I scraped a bunch of paint in there and scratched my name. Scratched my name into the paint. This one's the Forgotten Heritage, Colleen. And this one's by Jonglise Publishing. Jonglise. And Eileen sent me this one. Then the last, I showed you that one. The last one is Abandoned America. And this one's Matthew Christopher and John Glees. There's my mailman. And I got something stuck in here, a piece of calendar. Oh, I know. I think I wanted to, I stuck these koi fish in here because I want these koi fish in, but it wasn't this page. It was a different page. I wanted those koi fish in, there's a big open auditorium, and I painted the auditorium water, and I want these koi fish in that. But I don't even know if it's this book. This page is done. So yeah, this one is Abandoned American. Let me just kind of do a, flip through here, kind of show what I've done. See, I love them all for different reasons, But look at that. I love that. And these two could probably be connected. Let me shove that over so I can get them all in here. But in my first, in the original Abandoned Places, I went through. Oh, I like this. I went through and whited out or blacked out all the text first, just because. I think I've done a couple. Okay, here, see, I added a few lights there. I added these. What else? I started painting this out here blue. And there's just little bits of paint on different ones. But you need to matte medium them if you're going to move paint around. I mean, I'll doodle on some of them and everything, but I've done enough of them and I know what I can and can't do with and without matte medium. But the matte medium, the golden matte medium, is what makes your pages more workable. See, I think I got a page. Started blacking that one out. Started blacking the background there. Painted the rays. This one, there's a video. I'm pretty sure there's a video for this one. I think we did this one on camera. No, Packard, I've not filled up a whole book. Every book has 200 pages. Here it is. This is the one. I made a note of it. Oh, I did cut out a couple fish. Lily pond and koi fish. See these koi fish. I did fussy cut out a couple. This is going to be a koi pond down there in this auditorium. It's an all beat up auditorium, and I did do the sky, but I want to put that koi pond down there. So yeah, what else? This page, that's done. Floating letters. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I want to do a book right here with the. I make notes on some of them because I know what I want to do on them, but not done it yet. All right, this one. That one's in progress. All that's paint. Yeah, you didn't know there's that many pages, Packard Eye? Packard Eye, oh gosh. Yeah, there's a couple hundred pages in every book. This one's done. It's not varnished, but this one's done. I think this was the first double page spread I did in this book. You didn't know that, Packard Eye? Yeah. You need to get one, Packard Eye. It doesn't have to be Abandoned Places or Abandoned book. Like I said, guys, who was it I just saw got a book? What wasn't you, Packard? Who's the one that got the book of churches? That would be a fun one. A book of churches to alter. I just saw it online, but I don't remember who's. It's so terrible. I watched so much. I don't know. I don't remember who had the book of churches that's altering it. This one's in progress. I did all the clouds there. What else? Just so you can get kind of an idea. Started on this one, blacked that out, got some stuff, water running down the stairs. I would know. You have one of these, and you didn't. Oh my gosh, Packard Die. But let's just be honest. You've been working on your 100-day challenge, Packard Die. So you've had other things on your mind. Is it Mary Altier that got the Book of Churches? Okay, then that's where I saw it. This one I did a quote on. Did a Francis Bacon quote, and I did it with the brush lettering. Beauty itself is but the sensible image of the infinite. And I did a little brush with one of the brush lettering pens with that. And I really like that. See, I like the quote on there. But that takes time to find, the right quote to go with the picture and everything. But I think the reason I actually finished this page the day we did this was so I could put the quote on it. you know? Yeah, I think you're right, Packard. I think it is Mary that I saw had the Book of Churches. Here's the interior of a church, and I did the floor with the space, and I painted the uh, light reflecting in there. So, do you like the quote page? Thanks. Yeah, and you can do that. And if you don't have to do it with brush lettering. You could do it with stickers if you wanted. Now, I'm trying not to glue anything in here ephemera. Unless it's perfectly flat, I mean, like my collage stuff is like magazine calendars, anything perfectly flat. I don't want this to bulk up. I don't want these books to be fluffy like some of the others. I'm trying to keep them very, so I painted that right there. Trying to keep these pretty flat. And here's one I started with the staircase. It's not done. So like right here, let's just stop for a second. We'll just do something right here. And I think I wanted to do that back page though. But I'm just going to stop a minute and do this real quick. Because see, I got the water and mist coming down. Let me get a couple baby wipes. Gotta always have baby wipes. Let me stop away. It's funny, when Suze was here, she was sitting over by my drafting table, and I was going to show her some of my portrait stuff, and I knew they were in portfolios under the drafting tab, so I'm climbing. Susan's sitting like, well, here's a baby wipe. She was sitting like in the chair right here with her legs right here, and I'm climbing under my drafting table, climbing under the table to get over to my portfolios. I say, excuse me, I'm going in. Y'all know when I say I'm going in, going under a table, and Susan just sitting there while I was climbing all up under there. Peggy Girl says, I have Abandoned Places, A Legacy of Cultures and Civilization. I'm doing Bible quotes in that one. Okay, did you post? I don't think I've seen a picture of that one, Penny Girl. I've seen some of your stuff on Instagram, but I don't think I've seen one with quotes. Have I seen one with a quote? Some of the girls, I try to follow everybody that's doing these abandoned. Well, and it doesn't even have to be abandoned. It can be any kind of the collage-y stuff. But I'm trying to follow everybody just to, so we can all encourage each other in these big books. Because they do take time, people. Let's face it. They can take a lot of time. I want this one to go through there. Come around this way. We've been to a few. Wait. Yeah, Suze came up. No, we didn't stream. We didn't stream, Jean. No, we didn't have time. So, yeah. She came over and Hubster grilled us out some hot dogs. I'm trying to get it very, not much on my baby wipe here. Oops, see, that's too much. Well, maybe not. Let's just wipe it back a little. Hubster grilled us out some well, they weren't burnt. They were like well done, like we like. Hot dogs. So we had hot dogs and snacks and hung out. Okay, there we go. Let's go up to there. make that turn really sharp there. There we go. What was that when? Oh, finally. No, that wasn't when we were eating, Suze. Okay, so let me dry this, and I'm going to put a couple stars on. Then we're going to move on to another page. This one just looked like it needed me to do this on it. You know, they kind of speak to you. Let's see, where's my Posca? I got all my books. I'm not sure yet if I want to work in this book. I have the other one stacked up. And I haven't put any collage on this or anything yet. So, you know, you can paint on them. You can add just a little collage. You can just add all paint if you want. So I need that little bit. I'll put some pencil on it. Okay, now let me dry that so before I hit it with pencil. Okay. That's funny, Julie Topaz. All right, so now I'm just going to let's see, maybe I need to, let's go ahead and zoom in a little here. There we go. Yeah, no, that was afterward. But anyway. Okay. Yeah, because I have to climb under. I still have so much stuff to go through under my tables. And it takes time. Okay, something just like that. That's, I think, all I wanted. This is not part of the book. That's part of my table right there. So I like that. I almost could have, I think I will. Let's see. And when I do this, what I'm doing is mashing the paint into the baby while I'm mashing it in. Okay. So there. Come down these stairs. And you don't have to use baby wipes in your fingers. You can use brushes, but you can do a lot of blending with a baby wipe. I love them. Yeah, that's how they're grilled out. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I want a light glow like that. Just like that. I think that's all I want. And again, you're seeing part of my background there is from my table. I think I'm going to just leave that. All right, let me dry. Even when I did eat meat, you can do it. Yeah, not everybody likes all the same food. That's what makes the world go round. Okay, so now I think there was a page back here that I said I liked that I wanted to work on, but now I had my hand in there for a minute and then I let it go. But it was on this side. This one. I want to work on that. So I think what I'll do is I will go ahead and start by just blacking out the edges here, just because it's kind of distracting. Let me get a couple, let me move this off the table. All the other books. Ugh. And put a couple of wax paper so you don't glue your pages together. Oh, thanks, Leah. So we'll look around in some collage. Well, I'm going to paint this out black, and then I'm going to look around for a little bit of collage stuff. I probably won't do a double page spread, but I will just get rid of, you know, I'll show you how to do some paint scraping or something on this side. but I'm just going to really concentrate on this side. Well, can't you eat some other kind of fake meat or turkey hot dogs or something, pack or die, and throw in all those condiments that you like? Just so you can have a reason to eat the condiments? Okay, let's see. Where's my other black? I think this one's almost gone. I got some more black over there, but might as well use this up. Okay. Oh, something in my eye. Hang on, I gotta itch my eye there. Alright, let's get a bigger brush. Big brush. Let me get it wet. Or damp, rather. You don't want to stick a dry brush in your acrylic paint. You want to have it damp at least so it doesn't ruin it. Have you ever painted a picture scene from the internet and done a mix me? Printed a picture scene? No, I don't like working off a print of copy, print. I like working on the original stuff. So no, I don't think I've ever printed a picture from the internet and done a mixed media on it. Because for one thing, you got to think of your printer. I mean, depending on your printer, are you going to use a laser printer? If you're using your printer ink and you're printing out a picture, is it going to smear? I just rather work in a book or a calendar or something, the real thing, not printouts. But that's the same thing as collage elements. I don't print any collage elements out either. I use all original collage elements. I mean, I have done a couple. Maybe once or twice I've needed something for years. I don't even remember the last time I have ever printed anything out to use in a collage. I use all original stuff. Cut out of books, magazines, calendars, whatever. I don't print any of it out at all, really. Yeah. Okay, so let's get in the crevice here and just get this. So I got a little bit of water in my brush, but that's okay because this is going to be gray, have gray in it too. Let's get a paper towel. Need some paper towels. Get some of the excess water out. I like using the real stuff. It's more of a challenge. Let me get my sleeve up there. It's more of a challenge, and I don't know. I just like the real stuff. Maybe we could use one of those postcards that I bought. At the what do you call it? The not the flea market. It wasn't on the flea market side, on the antique store side. It's a combination flea market and antique market. I bought those vintage postcards. Okay, so let me just do this for now. Get me a baby wipe, and I haven't matte medium this over here, so I just want to kind of really just get rid of some of that paint because there's no matte medium. Once this dries, there's no going back, okay? I just wanted to get rid of the white. That's all I wanted to do here. Okay, so now let me dry this. I don't know that one, Painty Girl. Me and Terry, and I think Terry had to go. Me and Terry watched all the, I don't know if y'all have ever watched the Abandoned Places show. Now, there's a couple different ones on. The one I'm talking about is the guy that skateboards. He's a skateboarder. Let me get another baby wipe. And he travels and meets up with other skateboarders, and they go to abandoned places. It's on the Vice network, and I think it's on Netflix. I'm not sure. But, oh my gosh, those places are awesome. that he goes to. Looking to watch more live streams and would love some suggestions. Can somebody, I don't know if Jean or somebody here that can link Kia's blog link that has some other streamers. I can't say that it's every streamer. And Jean's got one there too. Thanks, guys. That has some of the other streamers. But let me say this real quick, Desiree. Not everybody streams regularly. So just because you might see, I'll use Joyce as an example. Streams at 1 on Wednesdays, but sometimes she doesn't. So just because the list might say Joyce streams at 1 on Wednesdays, doesn't mean she's streaming. Does that make sense? So, it's kind of iffy. Okay, thanks, Jean. Okay, so let's see here. Now I think I'm going to get some collage stuff out. Let me clean my brush up here. Okay. The black paint takes up a lot of my clean water. Okay. All right, so let's do a little collage hunt. So again, sometimes I'll work on a page that we've already collaged, and it's just like the art cards. Sometimes I'll have the art cards already got collage on them so that you can see more further into the process. Sometimes we start from scratch and find and look through for collage stuff and glue all that down and then start the painting process. But all of it takes time, and it all takes more time than I can get done in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, yeah, that's true, Julie. It ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows. All right, so let me go ahead and get one of my big tubs over here. I got to make some space. This, move the paint. All right, so I want to look in one of my collage tubs. Maybe I always like flowers, of course, watch parts and marbles or something to do with, to make outer space. But I'm really just trying. Oh no, wait! I did say I was going to do one other thing. Hang on. Where's my paint again? I told you I was going to do some scraping. So I'm going to take this black and maybe, let's see what kind of gray I want here. Let's take a little blue gray, a slate gray, a blue gray, something kind of a blue gray there. Maybe even a little white. Let's take a few colors here, and just so that you can see how you can get rid of a background or get rid of the, where the text or borders or, the white of the paper. You want to get rid of the white of the paper. Where's my, let me get a palette knife here. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, it's Kia, Kias, stuff, all one word. Kia's stuff, that's with 2 S's, kiasstuff.blogspot.ca, Canada. Well, maybe it's .com too, but Jean's doing it from Canada. But KIASSTUFF.blogspot. And on her blog, she has a list of some of the, I don't know that it's every streamer. Okay, so I'm going to pick up all 3 of the colors, some black, white, and what I'm going to do, I'll do it over here on the larger area so maybe you can see. I'm just going to scrape, and I'm just going to go back and forth and pick up the colors. And it's just getting rid of a solid black. That's all it is. And then if you don't like some of it where you got some of it, then you can just, blend it out. Do it with your finger. That can start maybe being some water here. Who knows? But I'm just getting rid of the black. Or solid black, I should say. Oh, I should have painted right there. Let me just get some on my finger because I want that line gone in between these two here. So I'm going to blend those two together into one thing. And as soon as I get done with the edges and stuff, I can get rid of the wax paper. I just don't want to glue my pages together here. Just to kind of make it meld. Make the pages meld together so you don't have a black line there. Same thing in here. Try not to get it on my cuff. Okay, that's good enough. All right, let me move this. Let's move the wax paper. And what else? It comes with whatever web ending is in your country. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jean. Yeah, see, you're in Canada, too. Okay, and hi, Kia. I think I said hi to you earlier. But anyway, yeah, there's some places where you can find them. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm going to concentrate on this side. So I'm going to zoom in over here and see if I can get maybe, let's pull this, maybe the camera down a little so that I can get rid of the ring light glare and zoom in so we can just work on this side. All right, so let me dry this real quick, guys, and then we'll dig a little collage out. Ugh. I did get a little bit of paint in the crevice there, so hopefully that won't dry. If it does, I'll just paint some more black in there. But if you don't get if you get paint down in there and it dry and you close the book and then open it again, you're going to peel that paint. Alrighty, there we go. So that's what we're going to work on right here. Alright, so let me look over here to my collage stuff. Let's see. I know I'm going to want some element of time. This is just sitting there on top. And I'm really going to ignore this page over here. I'm just going to ignore that for now. I'm just going to work on just this page. Let's see. I kind of like that burnishy bit. Let's see what else is in here. So I'm literally digging through a tub of collage stuff, guys. There's a girl. I never really put too many people in my pages, but every now and then people go, put a person in there. I don't know if she might be a little big. This girl, maybe. Let me see. Let me cut. Every now and then I'll put a person. Because here's my thinking on my collages and mine anyway. This is just for me. I'm fussy cutting while we're talking. In my, oh, is that dry? No, don't get in the paint, baby. Don't get in the paint. Okay, we got a cat alert here. No, you can't go that way. Hang on. You have to get in because you're going to step in the paint. Can't step in the paint. You can step in pretty much anything, but not the paint. You're the person in the worlds that I'm making. And so I don't put people in them very often. I do occasionally because everybody likes it when I put the people in. But I'd rather have an abandoned world that's been recreated with you seeing the world, not a person in it. But I like this girl because of the colors. So I'm going to see if this will work. She may be too big, but I'm going to try. So hang on. I kind of like that texture. I think I'm going to keep that bit of texture, but I'm not keeping all that. Let's cut around this hand. One moment. Fussy cutting takes a minute because I don't want all this stuff in the background. I want my background to show through. So, if you have any questions, just ask and put them in caps. But I think, you know, when I'm talking about explaining all this that I'm doing, I do the same thing every show. It's not like there's anything really, I'm tearing an edge here. It's not like it's really anything different, you know. It's just different elements. You know, I might use, you know, a people or a flower or, you know, other things. But it's the same process as far as the gluing, the painting, the matte medium, the varnish. It's pretty much all the same stuff, or the same technique, I should say. Let's see what happens. Reading chat. Okay. So, see, she's a little big. I might have to just cut her off. Although, I do like the idea of her holding. Hang on, let me cut this watch out and see. Just to have something different. Maybe she needs to hold a flower, but I love my watches and clocks. I think cutting out the windows, leave the the frame and getting the person to look back. Yeah, looking through the window. Yeah, looking through the window, Jean. Yeah, but then that ruins this page. I'm not trying to, I like to, if you want to do something like that, do it in your magazines, or, well, you can do it in this too if you don't care if you ruin the back page. But if I cut the windows out and have her peeking through, this is what this side looks like, right? Even if it's just a bit. I would do that in a magazine journal because then I don't care, you know. So I'm thinking that I want her to have her hand on the watch, see? I'm trying to preserve the stairs. I don't really care so much about this, but I kind of want both her hands in here. So I could probably lose a little bit of her sleeve. So I'm thinking something like that. Can y'all see? Something like that. And then I'll just, you know, I can cut some of the sleeve off. That's pretty good right there, right? You like her? Well, Packer Dye, you put people in your collage, so yeah, I could see you liking this because Packer Dye is really good at putting people in her collages. I don't put people in many, but I could mist her in. You know, she could have a reason for being there. So if I cut off right here on the edge, just so I can remember exactly where she goes, like that. You know, something like that. All right, what else can we put in our world? So I'm only doing half a page. Let's see. I'll probably need maybe this needs to be some planets up there. Let me find a little marble maybe. Are you having fun down there? Got the cats laying on the floor since I won't let them up here. Hang on, let's just dig a little. Let's find a little world. That one, nah, it might be too. I'm trying to find the right colors. Those are sparkly. Maybe one of those. But do I want a contrasting color? Because everything's so blue and gray. Maybe a nice orange something. And maybe an orange around the back of, that might look good too. Okay, so I'm gonna get these orange marbles. And let's see if the big punch. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. It might work. I'm not sure if that's going to be big enough. It's not. It's just too small, but I'll use this one to cut down for up here. I'll have to fussy cut out the other one. I'll put the clock on top of it. There we go. I think I want the light this way. Alright, so let's just go on top of these marbles and cut kind of a big orange color around it. That's too big, but... And then we'll pencil in some of the other ones. Alright, so something about... maybe about that big. I'm really going for these orange colors more than anything. Is this boring, everybody? I don't know. Just because I'm having fun doesn't mean everybody else is. See, I want some of that orange in there. Something like that. It can even be more of a offset. I can hear the dogs next door. The man next door trains dogs. What are you doing? Get down from there. Come on. You're going to knock over my lamp. Get down. Alright, let's see. Oh, I do like that, though. That's kind of cool. That would be good on the other side here. I'll just leave it over there. Alright, let's see. Alright, what else do I want in here? Do I want a flower? Do I want... The cats are so curious today. Now he's trying to get in my plastic drawer. Oh my gosh. Oliver, let's see. Let me just look for some orange something. Like here, let's see how bright that is. Like this orange here. No, I want that kind of open. That's going to be too much. Maybe up there. Yeah, I like that better. Almost like a curtain. We'll go with that. And let's see what else. I'm going to have to close the window. It's getting annoying. The dogs are getting annoying. Okay. Okay. Back to my pile here. I like these too. These are some stamped nah, I got enough round stuff. Okay, let's see. Keep digging. Just gotta keep looking a little bit. Some fractals are always good. Love me some fractals. So I got that little bit of pattern. That might be good. See, look what I just found. Another orange one. That might go over here. Same for this blue one. Those might be good when I get over on that side. Or this one. Yeah. Okay. I wish I could show you everything I'm digging through, but then you can't see the book and the digging. All right. Got a little pile here. Let's see. See, I just don't know that I need too much more. Don't know that I need much more. For some reason, I'm wanting something to come down, but I think I just want mist. And this will be another little thing down in there. So I don't think might be patterned enough. That might be enough. I think I'm just going to start gluing, guys. Otherwise, I'll be looking all day. That's the thing about this process. You can spend a lot of time just looking, and I enjoy that. But, you know, I can't make y'all sit there all day. So, let me get a glue brush. I can't make y'all sit here all day. Where's my paper towel? Alrighty. And I'll probably glue these down over here on this side. Even though I don't know what I'm going to do on this side yet, but it'll make it this cohesive with this one. Probably something like this. No, I like that better. Yeah. So I'll glue these down over here. Maybe that window needs to be in the... Maybe that window needs to be in the frame. Okay. Alright, let me get it dry. And I don't know if Dorothy's still here, but I've been saving her big chunks of acrylic paint. These are too little to save. Alright, so I put my golden matte medium in one of these dish soap dispensers, just so you can squeeze out how much you want. Makes it easier. Did you order the abandoned castles? I have it. Yes, I have it, Marie. I showed it a minute ago. Okay, so I'm going to just start over here by gluing these bits down just to get them out of my way. Okay. And I'll put a coat of matte medium over it all too. It's the matte medium that allows you to move things around, your paint around. Even though you're going to end up putting gloss varnish over everything at the end of the day, you gotta start with, I start with a matte medium. It makes everything flat and easy to work with. Now let's see, let's get a card here. I'm just gonna mash everything down with a gift card, Apple card, whatever card. Let's get that side done. So now I can ignore that side for the rest of the show. Thanks. It's pretty simple page. I mean, there's not a lot here going on. If you really think about it, you know, just a few things. I mean, I can add more, but this is just what I'm feeling right now. So let's move. Let me go ahead and I think I'll just go ahead and glue this watch to this piece. Just to have that, set that aside for a second. And I am being kind of careful not to get this slopped over the edge, because I took the wax paper out, and otherwise I'll glue my pages together. I mean, not that you can't separate them, but you know, they will they'll stick. All right, let me go with where I cut the sleeve right there, so I know exactly where she needs to be. Okay. Oh, let's not glue her hand down yet. Gotta put that watch part in there. Okay, now I think she's a magazine image, so I got to be a little careful when I scrape this, mash it, because with magazine images, fashion magazine, fashion magazine images can be so thin that you can easily tear them or easily scrape the ink off of them because they're so inexpensive. Like, you know, your fashion magazines, they're so inexpensive that you can scrape the ink right off of it if you're not careful. Now, once the matte medium's on here and dry, then it's got a coating on it, so you're good. I hate to play face, but he has the most outstanding. Oh, you mean the cat? Sorry, there's a 30-second delay, so I'm not sure if you mean the cat, Suze. All right, so now let's see what I want to do with some paint. Is there anything else I want to glue down? That needs a little bit more right on the under the edge there. Let's put that a little bit more. So this is really not a very complicated thing yet. I don't know what I'm going to paint on it, but let's get that mashed down. It's wanting to curl right there. All right, I think I'm done gluing for now, so I'm going to put my glue brush back in the water. And those are the only brushes I keep in water, are glue brushes. All right, yeah. Let's see. Let's move the matte medium stuff out of the way. I have to keep clearing spots because the whole table's full. All right. Let's get another thing for paint. Did it get a little? Yeah, it's got a little dark. Forgot to scrape the window. Did I forget to scrape the window? All right, let me scrape the window. I probably did. Let's scrape the window because it'll wrinkle if it can wrinkle, not necessarily will, but it can wrinkle if you don't mash it down. There. Okay. Are you happy, Marie? Oliver. I won't tell Malibu. Okay. Now let's move the punches. I really have to keep making room. All right. So now, I still have some of this paint here. All right, now let's get some orange, maybe some burnt orange. No, I don't want that one. Let's see, no. Yeah, that's the color I want. That one, and probably yellow ochre. Maybe some yellow ochre. Well, it's called antique gold, but it's this antique gold is not the metallic gold. There's also a metallic gold, but this is not it. This is just a yellow ochre color. And there's one called, that's okay, there's one called yellow ochre too, but this is called antique gold, which is like very similar to the yellow ochre. And then this is burnt orange, which seems like it's, I can't get it open. It's plugged up. Hang on, let me get my pliers. The lid's glued on. I probably took the lid off and didn't clean it. So there's probably a paint booger right there. Let's get rid of the paint booger. And now I can shake it up. There we go. All right. Alrighty, there we go. And I got my black, white. I need to do a little bit of black out and a little star shine. A little star splat. I think that's going to be down here. So let's see. Let's get a brush. Today is Monday, right? Today's Monday. Let me readjust here, guys. Hang on. it got weird. And it got a little fuzzy. Hang on. I think it's my autofocus. Hang on. Still a little weird. Maybe it's because the page is a little fuzzy. It looks fuzzy to me. Hang on, guys. I'm going to readjust this. Just give me a minute because it's bothering me when I look at it. And I know people tell me, I can't tell a difference. Why do you worry about the light? Well, if you ever got those complaints, you'd know why. But I'm just going to readjust the whole thing. So just give me a second. Let's just reset the whole thing. Because it's wanting to keep flashing out on me. It's just not looking the right color. I think my light needs to be adjusted. There we go. That's a little better. Alrighty. Okay. So now I want to take my black and all down in here. How far do I want to go? To there, all the way here, here. Just going to kind of try to decide where I want to go to the stairs. Here. And do a little painting. I don't want to lose. See, now that the matte medium is there, I can wipe things away. There probably was a couple places I missed putting matte medium on, but you really want to cover a lot of it with matte medium. See, I can see a little shine right there where I missed with some matte medium. If I remember, because I always forget, if I finish this, oh no, I can't varnish it because I'm not done with that page yet, so I better not varnish till I can do them both. I was going to say I'd varnish a page. I think I varnished one last week. So, alright. My brush. Okay, I think I'm going to have to move this big old tub of collage off my table. It's always a shuffling act because I don't have room on my desk for all this stuff. Alright. Alrighty, there we go. Spread out a little bit. Alright. Let's dry that. Okay, so these bricks, I think, you know what, I might need the matte medium over that because I'm going to want to extend these bricks. So let me get where's my little thing of matte medium here? I'll just put it on with the card because I already put my brush back in water. Let me just go ahead and make sure I got enough matte medium right there on the window there because I'm going to want to paint and stuff there. I think everything else is okay. Let's get a lot of the crack here. All right, let's dry that. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway. Do a little, I won't call it the Society of Idea Collectors because I'm not doing that. So maybe we can just do a little, I don't know what. I don't know what. Creating the story with images I can do, but the painting part really intimidates me. Well, then you just need to do more of it. Then you get over the intimidation, pack or die. Because you could definitely do this. I'm serious. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of white. Because I have white here, but I don't want to add water to that. So I'm going to put some white over here so that I can add water to this spray bottle and get a little bit of a floppier brush here. It doesn't need to be that big. I just need a small, yeah, just a small floppy brush and get it in the water. And wet this down to put a few stars down there. This is kind of a simple page, guys. It's really not a lot to this. And I tap it off here first because you'll get blobs. So you want to get the biggest blobs off and then go. See, it's still too much. There we go. So I'm going to put some stars in here, and I'm going to put a few up here behind her. Maybe a couple down here by her hand. But the thing is now, if I don't want stars anywhere that they landed, because I got matte medium all over this, I can wipe away any place that stars or any paint got that you don't want it there. I don't want any on her hand. Okay. Okay, now let's dry. Okay, Jean. Yeah, we'll do a little something. I don't know what. I mean, I'm kind of doing collage, but not everybody does collage. They watch me do collage, but it doesn't mean they do collage, so that doesn't mean they're going to want to collage papers or anything. I'm looking around. I'll find something. I'll find something to give away. Oh, thanks, guys. All right, so now I'm thinking I kind of want to do a little bit of painty stuff here with these bricks. So I'm not sure if I need it. Let's make a little bit. See, that's already starting to dry. All right, let's test that gray right there. So, because I'm thinking I want these maybe a little bit more white. I want these little bricks to kind of extend here. And I'm going to go the direction of the... And I can go back around them with pencil. Because they're not square right now. So I'll square them up with pencil. So it looks like the bricks are kind of flying. Make some bigger ones down here. Something like that. Like I said, they're not, I know they're not square. I just want to kind of get them painted in. And maybe a little bit of black right along that window edge there. The thing about, and if you're afraid to work in a book to do all this, a magazine journal is a great way to practice your matching colors. And it's all just the cheap craft paint, guys. It's all just Americana craft paint, which I want to use the craft paint because it's matte and color pencil will work over that. Just like I use it in the color book pages, because color pencil will go over this. Well, Prismacolor. Prismacolor will go over acrylic paint. Oh, I need a little bit of water right here. Just a dab of water, wet my brush so I can wet that edge right there. A magazine journal is a great place to practice the color blending, color matching, color everything. If you're afraid to do it in a book. I just figured she is holding a man. Holding a man. I missed something. I missed something there. And then you can just kind of blend things in where you want it to blend in. But because you got the matte medium on there, you can do stuff like this and, you know, smooth it out with your fingers, and you can manipulate the paint much easier with the matte medium. All right, do I want I'm going to use the windows as something, and I got to do my watch hands here. Okay, hang on. Let me get some pencils. I'll bring my Prismacolors over here for a minute. Does it look a little washed out or something? I don't know. It looks a little something to me. Let's do this and then do, no, that's not going to do it. You have to remember, guys, and I know y'all don't, a lot of people that are watching on YouTube, you may not understand. We do not get HD quality on Ustream. I have an HD camera, but we don't have HD. I don't want to say permission, but you know, we don't have HD on Ustream for free. So, you know, it's not the same quality as I could get if I was doing probably like a YouTube Live. Okay, Lynette, you're asking where what? I see where in caps. I do not know what you're asking, Lynette. Sorry. Me too what? Packer die. I don't have any problems gluing down images and creating, sorry, but the painting part. Oh, I think that's repeated. Why is that repeating? I think Packer die said that earlier. I bought a regular gel matte. Who knows why? How can I use that in mixed media? I don't use any, I only use golden matte medium. That's all I use. If you have the gel is thicker. You can use the gel in, like, it's more for thicker, bigger, heavier kind of stuff. It's thicker than matte. You know what I mean? Yeah, I figured that Packard, I recognize it. She's already said that. It's, yeah, I recognize that, Packard. It wasn't your fault. Okay, so let's see. Let me get some pencils here. Let me get some blue, orange, white, my usual colors that I like for space. Probably some black. Okay, let's just go with this. I'll probably, no, you know what? I need a little bit more blend up here first. Let's just go a little bit more blend up here. But I don't want to get it in her hair because I want, her hair is black. So let's just kind of feather that in a little. There we go. Just a little bit more. Now I got to dry it before I can pencil on it. Okay. Now let's see. A little bit of, just a little something going on back here. Not too much. Just want a little bit of extra elements back here. A little blue, a little orange, just something. Because I'm going to do mist and stuff. And I might throw in a couple. I could splatter, but I'm going to go ahead and just pop in a few extra stars with the Posca. Okay, and then down here, a little bit of orange, maybe a little glow around her hand. Let's put a little orange glow. See, she's kind of faded into the background. I'm not trying to make any distinctions down here as far as where her dress is or anything like that. I just want it to almost kind of fade into that area. Keep it subtle. You're confused. Oh, it confused you too that it popped up? Yeah, yeah. Like, could I smear the gel over a stencil? It'll be clear. I guess you could probably use the clear, or you could maybe mix it with some paint. You're talking about like through a stencil to make it texture. It'll be clear texture unless you add paint to it. You could mix paint with it and make a gel painty, textury, go through stencil stuff. uh, oh, okay, let's see. Let's go a little bit of blue here. I smeared that, but I like it. There we go. All right. All right, so I want a nice harsh black line on this side here. All right, and I'm going to have the water coming down here. Let's put a few more. Let's put a little bit more. Stuff going on out in space here. Let's maybe put a shooting star. Let's put, do it right. Let's do it right here. Maybe a little Saturn ringy type thing on this one. And then a little nebulization, as I like to call it. I'm still with the tour, guys. How we doing on time? Let me look. Okay, we're good. We got about 20 minutes. Mixing paint is a good idea. I was thinking I could paint it after. It'd probably be easy if you wanted the stuff that you're putting through the stencil to have any color. Probably be easier. It'd be easier to do it before. Know what I mean, Vern? All right, now let me go in here with my little bricks. Let me get a gray. Let's see, a dark gray maybe. Let's see which one will show up. Nah, well, I could just make those sharper. That might just be easier. Let's see. Okay, just square them off a little. Gray on the sides, white on the top, black underneath. So yeah, another 10-15 minutes. I gotta go eat myself. But I gotta think, I guess we could go ahead and do a giveaway here in just a second. And I hope everybody that was watching on YouTube enjoyed the Hannah Carlson book giveaway. I'm, going to probably try to do a book a month or something like that. All right, let me sharpen my white pencil. All right, I'm going to do a square up the top a little. Like they're coming off the wall. Another brick in the wall. Don't make me sing. We don't want to lose subbies singing. Oh, just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Everybody should sing sometime. I'll whistle here every now and then, but y'all have heard me sing a couple of stanzas or something. But I don't sing. Okay, now let's go in here with black. And any of y'all that like pack or die, or anybody else that's doing challenges, if y'all are doing Rachel's challenge or the 100-day of whatever that like pack or die's doing, put y'all's links in there and share them with the group so that the group can go look at them. You know? Share your work, people. All right, liking that. Just a few flying bricks. And I'll probably mist it to make it look a little more, you know, working in there. A little bit more dark in here. Because that way everybody gets to enjoy your stuff. Instagram, Twitter, wherever you post. You like that song? Everything, everyone can sing, not everyone should record. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not everybody should record. Okay, so now I got to do my watch hands. Oh, I need a little bit of little light around here. Hang on. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's paint up here, mister. I don't care if you come up here when there's no paint trays. Paint trays are not good for kitty paws. Okay, lighten that up, and I'm going to put watch hands coming out of it. All right, let's see. I might put a little glow along her too. Let's do that. Let's do a little bit of highlighting on her. See all these details? This is the stuff, it takes time to do this. Let's make her hair a little curly. And so we're going to try to finish this up in about 10 minutes. Hubster's just walking by. Has anybody been watching the Picasso? Yeah, it's in the drawer. The Picasso Genius show. I think it's on Discovery. I'm trying to think of what channel it's on. But it's called Genius. And so far there's been 3 parts. I don't know how many parts are in it. The like little kind of a docudrama sort of thing. Like a little movie thing on Picasso. I don't know if anybody's been watching it. I think it's on Tuesdays. I think it's on Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights. Okay, Pack or Die, thanks for stopping in. Did you post a link to your stuff? Well, everybody can find you under Pack or Die. But yeah, peruse the awesomeness that is Pack or Die. I'm just kind of going along her clothing here where, you know, the white is kind of like some kind of a eyelet type fabric. I got to get in there with my Posca right there. You are watching it, Julie? Yeah. It's kind of sad, but kind of, you know, it's interesting. Of course, he went through a lot, you know, and anybody that went through World War II and all that, too. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little highlight right up on our hands. Okay. Hang on, guys. These little details, I got to do this before I put mist on. Okay, so let's see. What would y'all like for a giveaway? I shouldn't say that, should I? Because y'all could say anything. I know he's in the. I think they're both in the pantry, the towel closet there. All right. So now, before I do, let me go in and do my watch hands, and then I gotta do my mist, and then I think I'm good. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna do a couple extra highlights on her clothes. Real bright kind of things here. Just a few. Give you two choices. Well, I'm thinking like, do you want collage stuff, or what would y'all use? I guess because I'm doing collage, so you know what? I think I'm going to white out the hands of the clock because I don't want them going that way. I want them going my own way. So let's put a little shadowy stuff here. Now, I have to decide what I want to do because I get these weird tangents and they cross over things and they don't like look right. But I think I want one to come across her and through this planet. Let me get a ruler because I can see it better. I want one kind of going this way. Once I get the line, then I can thicken it up. Okay. Collage stuff. Yeah, since I'm doing collage, it seems like I should do a collage something. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I got to put a shadow and all that on there too. Uh-oh, did I just stick my hand in? I did stick my hand in some paint. Okay. All right, let me dry that before I do the next one so I'm not dragging my sleeve through it. Alright, see this one's going to be crossing space at some point, or I can go right up through that window. Or I can go... Needs to go up there though. It needs to go up this way. That's the only way it really can go. I mean, not because of the watch, but because of everything going on. Otherwise, I'm going to be got some weird, I was going to say weird butt tangents, but I think I must have drugged this either through some paint or it's getting low. There we go. I just need a little bit of a direction there. Y'all want some collage bits? Okay, so my marker got a little jacked up going over the wet paint somewhere. Okay, hang on, I gotta turn this to get this straight. Let me dry that. All right, let's go ahead and do the giveaway, and then I'll finish this up. All I really have left to do is the shadows on the watch hands and my mist. I don't know if I want a star shine out of there. Maybe just a little one, you know. Just a little bit of a star shine, like it's going through the planet. Time is going through. All right, let's put a little shadow. Alright, so how it works, wait till I type in go. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100, and the person closest without going over will get a little pack of collage. We'll do that. Let me write that down. Gotta make Picasso. I got that note. Collage pack. How about that? One number only. One number only. And when you see numbers flying by, put it in so you're not saying, well, I put it in. It was too late. Put it in as soon as you can. Okay? One number only. Need my orange. And I'll get my videos up later today. I gotta go eat first. I think Jean's streaming. Okay, I gotta fix that hand there. I don't know. Do I want to glow there? I started with one. Okay. All right, let me do my mist and we'll be done. Might want a light orange white mist. Let me get a baby white. Okay, everybody put in a number. Okay, let's do a random.org. I'll just bring it up on my phone here. Let's see if it'll show up. Oh, no, no, no. Look, she brought me a mouse. Look, go. I can't. You can't get in the paint, girl. Sorry. Hang on. Give me a few more minutes, and we'll play Chase the Mouse. Hang on, guys. Let me look up random here. All right. I'm bringing it up on my phone. Hang on. All right. Okay, so we got our random.org. We got between 1 and 100. 84. The closest to 84 without going over. Okay, Julie and whoever's here. All y'all can go look. Y'all can all go look. And I want 2 people to confirm before I say, okay, because, you know. All right. Now, let me fix a couple of these little stars here. I want this to look like a circle-y thing. Let me fix it with my black. I don't want it to look like another shooting star. That's better. I want it to look like a ring. You'll confirm there's one person. Painty girl? Okay, painty girl. Who's doing collage? That works out. Okay, so painty girl. Well, it's not really literally painty girl. It's paint girl T. Paint girly. I just call her painty girl. And Painty, would you email me your address again? I know I have it, but I think it's in with the Society of Idea Collectors, and I'd have to go dig through all that. So if you'll just email me again, here's my email. Oh, I have to type it out. There. Email me your address again. Okay? There you go. Let's put that over here with my Happy Mail. All right, let's do a little bit of, see, it's already crusting over here, my white. A little bit of the orange. Okay, let's get a fresh baby wipe. I just want to get some loose there. Okay. All right, just want a tad of orange in there. Oh, that's too much. Let's get the white. There we go. All right. Because it's going to come down the stairs. All right, how do I want this again? I had it in my head. Now I don't remember. Not too much. There we go. Just a little bit of an orange in there. All right. Wipe it back. Go back to the paint area. Got to get enough, but not too much. My paint's starting to dry, so. All right, now let's get the brush. I got one here somewhere. I drunk glycerin in each one. Yeah, I know, but then I go to smear it. I don't want anything interfering. Not that it would, but all right, let's see. I want this to feather around. There we go. I'll let this dry, and then I'll get in there with my Posca. Okay, I gotta dry this. I'm just moving wet paint. A little bit of the white again. Just want a little bit of misty stuff up here. Not too much. There we go. Just that little bit. And coming out the window here. Okay, let me get my Posca. But thanks everybody for joining me for... So this is what's ruining my Posca. I'm going over wet paint. Going over wet paint. Okay, I should do that with pencil, so I don't ruin my Posca. Alrighty, I think we'll go. I think that'll be it for the day. I still haven't seen if Jean's streaming at 4. All right, let me back out and see if I can get a good, clear picture for you guys. It's a little washed out there. That's a little better. Well, let me just go over here. Let's just darken it a little because that's more the true color there. There we go. But then I get it too dark and you can't see. It's a very dark page. I mean, the page is very black in the background here. So, but I think it's good. I'm not concluding this one yet. A little bit more. It needs just a tad bit more. I need a fresh baby white. Too much orange in that. Let's get some of this fresh white over here. There we go. Needs just a little bit more. Because I wanted to put a little bit of mist on my bricks. So they're a little in shadow, a little bit, or a little bit indistinction, and not distinct. A little bit. Like that maybe. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. You're welcome, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all had a good Monday. Good Monday here. I'm still looking to see if Jean's streaming at 4. She's probably said 5 times. Oh, you're welcome, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll take a picture of it and post it on Twitter because look, it's just really not the right color. There we go. Now, if I can get my light there. There we go. That's better. I just don't want to glare. There. I guess I should have just had my light over this way a little more. That's better. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. All right. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.